Hey everybody, this is HPT from High Probability Trading. Today I'm going to be going over QuoteTracker. I'm going to show you how to set up your chart to have multiple symbols on the same chart. Alright, starting off, we're looking at a 1 minute candlestick chart of the S&P 500 futures contract. Got volume. That's the only indicator. Okay, starting off, double click the indicator area. Alright, show you something real quick. On the top of the chart, you can add compare to symbol. This can be Google. You can make it NQ futures contract, whatever you want. Let's make it Google. Increase the thickness of the chart. It's going to be a line chart. Okay, Google is now orange. So at times during the day, on a relative basis, Google is underperforming. Now you have an anchor point, which basically tells you how far back you're comparing it, what time point you're comparing it to the future present. So it's going to change the more you move your anchor. Alright. Okay, so now we got the Google compared on top. You guys know how to do that. It's going to be a percent basis. You can't have when you compare the two on the top, it's going to always be percent. You can actually take Google and put it on the bottom. You got a compare to symbol indicator down here. Let's make this Google again, and we'll make it close, make it bigger. It's going to be blue. Okay. Okay. Now Google is on the bottom. It's the blue line here. It's a line chart. You can't get candlesticks on the bottom chart. It's only line. So if you're trying to make a strategy using one of these bottom symbols, it's going to have to be based on close. Can't be based on open, high, or low, because it's all on closed data. We do have Google based on price. It has its own price scale, which is nice. Alright, now let's look at some of the things that you want. You want to have the market internals underneath. You've seen some guys with TradeStation and those other platforms. They have the tick, and they have Advance Decline. Right here on this chart, this is ES. Let me get rid of these lines. I have a number of paint bars set up. I have tick underneath. I have SMH. That's the tech sector. I have the Advanced Decline right here. That's your advancing to declining stocks. I have XLF, the financial sector. I have XLE, the energy sector. This bottom one here is Apple, so you can have multiple symbols on the same chart, which is pretty nice. You can also do a comparison of all these symbols against each other. These paint bars that you're seeing here are basically comparison paint bars that I set up. Let me go into more depth. So this Advanced Decline, the second sub chart here, I've got these blue bars. These are like trend continuation signals based on this symbol by itself. These green bars are buy signals based on this individual subchart by itself. So it's nice to see here you have ES on this chart. You have ES giving a buy signal. You have the tick, which is scale this out a bit. It's at about a negative 300. So we're on a tick pullback. It's good for a buy setup. Advanced Decline is given a pullback buy signal. You have SMH with a buy pullback signal, and you also have XLF. So you have a couple sectors with a pullback. You have Advanced Decline with a pullback. Advancers to declining is above 5. It's a 5-to-1 advancing to declining stock ratio. So you're in an environment where going with the trend is going to work for you. The odds are 5-to-1. The tick, looking at the tick here, if you put a horizontal line on the tick, the bottom chart, you can add that. best thing to do is click the symbol, then add the symbol, the other indicator you want. It's going to put it right next to it. It's going to be a zero line of the horizontal. And make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to make it red. Okay. Now we got a zero line on the tick. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you can see tick a little bit better. Alright, so you're seeing on today's day from the open, it's been pretty much trending up all day. The tick, the lowest the tick has gotten most of the days around negative 300, and each time you got a pullback, it's pretty much a buy. The average tick rating is right around, you can see here the average is probably around 250, 300, and you're hitting 1,000 plus ticks, so it's a bullish day. You want to stick with the trend. Internals are 5 to 1. So based on that, these buy signals were good setups. Okay, now let's look at these paint bars that I set up here for Advance Decline. How much time I got left? 4 minutes. This is a paint bar of a symbol. Alright, so symbol parentheses NYSE and then Advance Decline is greater than Advance Decline 30. It's greater than the 60, but it's less than the 7th. So you're basically looking for a 7 period pullback, and then the current bar is ticking up, so it's going back into the direction of the 30 and 60 minute trend, but you had a 7-minute pullback. That's what that indicator is based on. You can also do a max function on this, like right here. If bar close max, and then it's 180 minutes, you can do that. It's a little bit more advanced, but it's really not once you get the hang of it. So you got all these basically 60-minute trend signals. The thing you can't do with this is you can't do an indicator on these bottom symbols. Like if I wanted to have the ADX or the CCI of this subchart of SMH to be at a certain value, I couldn't do that. You can only do like bar close, like SMH bar close has pulled back, 7 bars or something like that. Alright, so that's basically how I made these paint bars. That's the extent that you can do those indicators. With NinjaTrader, you can't do comparison of symbols currently. Version 7 is supposed to have that ability to do multi-data series on the same chart. So it'll be nice when they do have that. And then you can make indicators on the same symbol, which is a symbol that's a subchart. Like you could have SMH, XLF, XLE have an indicator like let's say a ADX or a Bollinger Band. Let's say they're all 3 sectors are hitting the lower Bollinger Band, and then you can have a buy setup based on that. Alright, that about wraps it up. If anyone has any questions, please leave a comment, or check out the blog and leave a comment on the blog, highprobability.blogspot.com. Thanks.